Oh, damn it.
And like you said, I think he was just like, all right, I got my victory. I'm going home.
Right. He took 300 in credit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he kept a lot.
Conversation after I.
He had
beat
2
him.
Caracases and 1 vial, and everything else cost 2 in his hand. It was like, if the vial didn't stick, he lost. And he did.
Alright, we're live.
Like, he could have hit another land and it would have been okay, but it was like, it was rough.
And then I wastelanded him out of that game too.
I know, and then he just got destroyed by that. He was like, well.
Episode 105. Name's
Did you got the sound?
No, hell no. Tony can put that in. What?
Is there anyone in the lobby?
I can't tell on here right now.
That's why he's like, hello everyone.
Oh yeah, we have 2 viewers.
Nice.
Oh, I was
nice,
wrong.
nice. Right here, baby. Boy, who's got the drawing? So, sorry. We'll do a double drawing next week to make up for it.
Yeah. Tony's not here. He's in Disney trying to get a hold of the Lurkana cards early. But
now it all makes sense why he went to Disney. Oh, his daughter's like way too young. It's like, all right, I maybe this offends people, but like, and like, there's nothing wrong with taking your children to Disneyland. But I'm more of the like camp, like you should wait until your child's like 4 or 5. Tony wants to go to Disney World thing.
I think you mean Disney World. Yeah, you said Disneyland. I was like, no, those are different.
Whatever.
Well,
I mean, whatever. I mean, his wife is into Disney to some degree too, so it's like,
right.
It's just
I'm
a
sure
family
they
trip
got
for fun.
I know they got plenty of great photo ops. I saw the one where he's like, I told her not to look at the camera. I saw that picture or whatever, and that's an adorable picture. But you're gonna have to go again in 3 years.
Yeah.
Or like you'll have to go again, eventually.
Dude, you remember when I told you that story about sticking a knife in a corner?
You'll find all of our links on there for Facebook, Spotify, Twitch, what else? YouTube. All of that'll be on there. All our information and all our information for all things paper. And before we get into the round table, JB wants to tell us a story about sticking a knife in something.
Yeah. When we went to Disney World, I was like 10. And my brother was, he's like 9 years older than me. He was like, hey, I got a really sick trick. And they had an arcade in the hotel that we stayed at.
Yeah.
And he was like, check out this. And he took a butter knife and he jammed it into the quarter slot of the Burger Time machine. And it triggered the sensor or something. And we managed to play some free games of Burger Time, but never go into Disney World and breaking machines.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was real dumb.
What a goon.
I know, it was so funny. But hey, we love playing Burger Time. We got a bunch of free games out of it, so I don't care.
Alright, Josh, did you get any magic in this week?
To play in the local game stores, Legacy win a volcanic island.
Mm-hmm.
$25. First place gets the volcanic island. The night before, I was kind of like, I was in the chat with you guys in the other Magic chat, and I was like, oh, should I play Pioneer or Legacy? Or I was like, you know what, I'll just do that. And then I would spend like an hour and a half on MTG Top 8, like looking through Delver lists to see what I wanted to play, because in different correct lists. I don't think my list was even correct. But I know immediately what changes I would do, just like right off top. But I'm sure it could be improved. But so I put together a Legacy list, and I went and played Legacy on Friday, and I ended up winning Saturday, and I ended up winning the Volcanic Island. And it was a good time. The spice I was playing in my blue-red Delver list. I guess I did play 4 copies of Delver this time, so it's proper to call it the Delver list. Still. Otherwise, it's like blue-red aggro, but it was kind of more played like that. The spice I was playing, I was playing of One Mind, and third word was like terrible.
Okay.
But the third path Iconoclast like overperformed.
So my question is, of One Mind is a human and a non-human, right? And you draw 2.
Yeah.
For 2 mana.
For 1 mana.
1?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Its original cost is 3.
It's 3. and
Okay,
it costs
so
2 less if you control one of each creature.
yeah, so Iconoclast obviously gives you that right away, right?
Yes.
Okay. But you have to cast something before you cast it, because it's not like you can put it on the
Correct.
stack, get a guy, and then it's reduced.
Correct.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
But your Murktide helps you.
And your Delvers, when they flip,
No, it doesn't because it's a human insect.
is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, human horror or whatever.
No, I thought it was human insect.
You might be right. I don't know. Whatever.
Pretty
Okay.
sure I was looking at it all day,
Yeah.
being upset, like,
How come this doesn't trigger?
I wish there was like a like Delver is the weak point in the deck.
Mm-hmm. As it
Uh,
has been for the last 2 years.
But it's like never going to.
Paramander? What is that?
It's 1 mana, 1/1 flyer, and it's got what's that ability? Evolve, but it costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. It becomes like a 4/4.
Yeah.
No.
Which is what you need, because you need to be going fast with Delver
Right.
to a degree.
So Delver's the weak point of the deck.
Mhm.
But so round 1, I played against local Arlen, who I thought he was still on Miracles, and then he shows up with Blue-Red Delver in round 1. And he 2-0s me. He like wipes my face with my deck.
What was his spice?
He was
you
on
know?
traditional. He was on the list or whatever, the standard Delver list.
So was it playing like Portent or what? What was the
no,
other
he
draw
was-
card?
He was playing a set of baubles.
Okay. So instead of 2 he was playing 4. Okay. Did it ever feel bad just having 2 or
No.
3?
No, because you still play Dragon Rage Channeler, and Delirium is still very important. Without Surveilling Legacy is exile based.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. That's the other card that they're playing. They're playing that discard 1, draw 2? Or is
No,
it
there's a-
2?
no,
You can play the
there's
next 2
one-
cards.
Yeah, there's a 1 and a red sorcery that exile. Round 2, I play against Displacer Kitten combo deck, and like
Okay.
he never got it all together, and I kind of just ran over him. And that's like when that's when I had the third path Iconoclast out, and I went like Ponder into just got out of control. And then that's when I was like, okay, this card's okay. Like round 1, I got stuck with 2 of 1 mines in my hand, and for like both games, I was like, wow, this sucks. Can't do anything. And then he kept me off 3 mana for most of the game,
Mm-hmm.
so like I couldn't really do anything.
Turns out Wasteland's pretty good.
Yeah, Wasteland is really good. Yeah. And that's when of 1 mine like overperformed with like the being 1 mana draw 2. It just like you just pull ahead so quickly because Delver is kind of a deck that if it 1-for-1s you single mana and making a dude while you're at
Unreal.
it, it's unreal. Yeah. So round 2, I like kind of ran over him. I don't remember what I played or what other decks did I play. I can't remember what round it was in.
Well, I know
but
what round 5 was.
I know what round 5 was. I also played the Blast Ever Kappa.
Yeah, 8 cast.
Yeah, 8 cast.
Yeah, which like you guys made me like scared of that deck. You specifically, JB, and I kind of just ran over that guy.
I mean, you can. You will lose to that Kappa Cannoneer.
No way. Like the 8/8 Murktide laughs at your cannon.
Yeah, but they're playing. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. With if they can turn 1 chalice you, it feels real bad. You start to have a real hard time.
He never got that, or he did
Yeah.
get it. He tried to, but I countered.
Yeah.
the
If you
chalice
can't-
one.
If you can't counter chalice on 1 on turn 1, he will roll over you so hard.
Right, I believe it.
Which is
scared
why I
about
was
it.
like, it's scary playing against that deck when you're playing like low curve.
And I didn't. What was I playing for like artifact? I didn't have very much.
Meltdown?
Yeah, I had like a meltdown, which I wasn't playing meltdown. I was playing
Really?
Bifrost, which is worse. Whew. um,
That's pretty
and I was
bad.
right.
It's way better to
was
play
like-
Meltdown on one
I d-
for
I
destroy
thought
all
I-
your stuff.
I thought I had a meltdown, but I don't. I have to get one because that's
Yeah,
a
if you ever need to
obvious
borrow them, let me know.
sideboard like pick. Um, it's like what, $5 at most. I can get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other deck did I play?
Well, you played against humans in round 5, which is.
Yeah, I
we'll-
played
we'll
against.
talk about it later, but
Let me exercise my brain real quick. I played. I know the top 8 games, but I don't.
Obviously.
In round 5, I ended up playing against Jesse, who was on Death and Taxes, and he
Mhm.
did get game 2 off of me. I forget what he did. He slammed or he had 2 Mother Runes out.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
never
so all your
touching them.
removal is gone. It's
Yeah.
trashed.
And he stuck a Stone Forge, and then got the Cauldron complete and ran me over with that.
Yep.
But he mentioned in round 5 that he did something, made some hungry in round 5, and he was ready to leave, and I was like, no, I think 1x2 gets in or whatever, and then top 8 comes and he manages to get into top 8 at the number 8 speed. I got the 4 spot, so I got to win the very, very amazing. Especially seeing round 1 in the top 8, I played against elves. And, I had no sideboard cards for elves. None.
It's fine. That deck is not great.
Dude, I was so scared because he destroyed me game 1. He just put out.
Yeah, if you don't have the burn for the right creature or the counter.
$40 he didn't do. He tutored for Crater Hoof and put it onto the battlefield with some creature that has power equal to the number of stuff in your graveyard. I don't know what he was doing. It was a different kind of elves list I've ever seen before.
It
but
was
still-
no, it's the Fiend Artisan Elves.
He's like, yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
it was.
the
He's
green black
chanting
guy.
his Gaia's cradles, and I was like, oh my god, what is this, dude? At least I get to go home or whatever. I look at my sideboard and I was like, oh, I
Pyroclasm?
I took Brotherhood's, and he said that someone double pyroplasmed him in the Swiss or whatever. Nope. I think I brought in Brazen Browers.
Which is fine, because you just bounce the Fiend Artisan before.
Getting him in games 2 and 3, and I remember I kept him in game 3. I did the classic Days Wasteland, locked him out of the game,
Mhm.
and
The worst.
bolted his
Well, that's the-
Manadork.
That's the interesting thing about that version is it plays so many non-basics. It only has 2 forests in it, so they're usually fetching for non-basics, so you can just waste them out of the game.
Yeah, and he was very upset that he lost that that top 8. I feel like I just played it right. I was on my P's and Q's and got ahead there. What did I play in round 2 of the top 8? I remember I won really quickly though. The match was over in 10 minutes.
Was it lands?
No,
No.
I didn't
Doomsday?
make it. Well, whatever, you don't know it, but your final
Right.
one, you split.
I ended up with Jesse in the finals again from round 5, and then we did agree to the split because I heard what the cash prize offer was, and I couldn't turn that down. So we
Mhm.
did agree to split, and then we did end up playing. And I got game 1, he got game 2, and then game 3 he kept a bad hand, and then I kind of did the Wasteland.
Mhm.
Is your Aether Vial, and
I mean, if he would have drawn
Wanted to
planes
play
there, obviously it would have been different, but hoping that you draw planes in a deck that has a lot of not planes and and also doesn't draw cards very well, it's a little tough.
right. I didn't play any combo decks.
Yeah, there was a little bit there, but not much. So, congrats, you won. I
Yeah,
lost.
congrats, bud.
So, I also went to that tournament. In round 1, I played against Elves, the guy that Josh beat in the
Swiss.
quarterfinals.
Oh, quarterfinals, yeah.
Oh, no, 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 no. It wasn't him. It was a different one. There were two Elves players. I beat the guy in round 1. In round 2, I played against the guy that Josh played in the quarterfinal. Yeah, quarterfinals.
Then you played elves back to back.
Yeah, and so this is the most ridiculous thing about that game was, you know, we were on game 3 or whatever, and I have the Dark Depths, and he has no blocker. I go to fetch, even though I don't need the mana from the fetch land,
Yeah.
taking me down from 17 to 16. He plays a opposition agent in response. I don't need the mana, so I'm like, that's fine. Opposition agent resolves. Like, obviously, I'm playing lands. You know, I have no answer. He steals the land. He goes to his turn, draws a natural order,
Oh, man.
and gets a Crater Hoof for exactly 16. So if I wouldn't have fetched for no reason, I wouldn't have lost the game for game 3.
Damn.
It felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, I did not see that coming at all. And that, you know, used the land that I had to play the natural order in order to have enough mana to cast it while also keeping enough guys untapped for Crater Hoof. It's like, I hate this. And like I had to sit there and he's like, exact season. I'm like staring and I have like a Maze of Ith and I'm like doing the math for my 2020 blocker and a couple other blockers and I'm like, okay, trample here, there, and I'm like, are you kidding me? One life. So it could have been me versus Josh in the top. No, I'm kidding. Who knows what would have happened? But
Nothing.
But yeah, that was a real feel bad moment. But what did I play round 3? I think it was. I don't know what I played. I'll be honest with you. I kind of just like, oh, I played combo, and then I just got stomped all over, and I was like, okay, yep, that's it. He was playing Show and Tell. He was playing Omnitel.
Oh.
And it was very much like. I think we went to a game 3, but we had fun talking about like sideboard choices and all that. You know, I was bringing in some spheres and stuff, and it just, you know, just was what it was. He got to play Show and Tell. Game 3 was really stupid because I wasn't playing any land, and I had a Life from the Loam in my hand, with lands in the graveyard or whatever, and he was holding a full grip with like 3 mana, but I had 3 Red Elemental Blasts in hand, so I was like, I'm not drawing land, so I can't play these Life from the Loam to keep up 2 Red Elemental Blasts to counter his counter, or, you know, to re-counter the Show and Tell. So we're just sitting there playing this, like, game of draw, go, as we both, like, build hands, and I'm like, man, he's just gonna have 2 Force of Wills at some point, and I'm gonna lose. And that's eventually what happened, was, like, I managed to live through an Emrakul swing, and I was like, I have 1 top deck to get out of this. If I land a Karakas, you lose. Or, you know, like, I'm in the game again.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I flipped, and obviously the top card out of 45 was not a Karakas.
Dude, that'd be insane.
So I ended up losing. But it was pretty fun. It was like, we were both sitting there, like, talking to the guy I was playing with was, like, super friendly. And we were just, like, chatting before I took my turn. I was like, okay, what's the best way to give me the most possibility here? Is it just naturally drawing a card, or is it flipping 3, or is it, you know, like, what are my outs? And he's like, let's think about it. And we were, like, discussing what I could do.
Nice.
I don't know, I had fun. Got my butt whooped. It is what it is. Played red-green lands. I took out the blue because I was just tired of the inconsistency. I shouldn't say inconsistency, but I just don't think it's as strong as, like, traditional red-green.
With Minsk and Boo.
Yeah, with Minsk. I mean, the blue version also had a Minsk in the main deck, but I made like 1 or 2 small changes to like the most recent big lists. Nothing too crazy. Just yeah, it was what it was. Oh, I also lost to Reanimator, and
was
I
it
was a
the
little salty
same one
in
that comes
game.
to F&M? Was it the same kid that comes to FNM?
No, it was a different guy. I was just a little salty in that game because there was a moment where, or I just didn't see any endurances at all, and I was just like, all right, well, I guess that'll be the end of me. Like, no endurance. Like, I have crop rotations to get rid of his first threat, and then he'll just pile it on anyways, and that's that. So yeah, I don't know, got beat up.
How does crop
Felt bad.
rotation get rid of their first threat? Oh, Bajuka.
Because you go for Bajuka.
Yeah.
Bajuka bot.
Okay.
If they don't have like a Thoughtseize in hand to take your crop rotation or whatever. I did pick up a cool angel token that I had purchased a while back from that shop. They finally got it in, so I got this sweet angel token now. I don't have my cam on, so I ain't gonna show you, but it's like a Chinese promo from like 1999 or like 2000. I would link it to you, but you can't show it on the stream anyway, so I don't care.
That's fine.
But yeah, so I had fun. Got my butt whooped. Happy to see that Josh won. Happy to see that Jesse won, because we had been chatting throughout the day. I
That's
usually
what I
talk
said.
in
I
the
was
bigger
like,
tournaments.
every time I play you, Jesse, you beat me, run me over.
Not this time, baby.
Right. I remember now that I played against a guy in round 2 that had like a crazy electronic life counter, but that's all I remember from the game. And I remember he kind of, I don't feel like he had like a competitive deck, but it was like legacy playable.
Gotcha.
That's why.
Like, has some legacy cards that do things, but not fully.
Right. He had duels or whatever, but I don't think his deck was doing what. I don't think it was like a tiered deck or anything. At least I don't remember anything that stood out from it.
I didn't get much Magic in this week. I played a draft and I'm still like halfway through it. Haven't even finished it yet. Kind of waiting for new Magic. A little stale right now.
Getting bored?
Yeah, been playing a lot more video games lately.
Yeah, what you been playing?
Conan Exile. It's
Zelda?
I kind of gave up on Zelda for now.
Really? You don't like that game?
I do. It's just because I play so many video games, it's hard to play a game that's so open like that.
There's so much.
Yeah.
There's no way I ever beat this game.
Honestly, when I turn on my Switch, I'm either playing one of the old school emulators or I'm playing Advanced Wars. But I've been playing Conan Exiled. It's like a survival game that takes place in the world of Conan the Barbarian.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. We had some guys break into our base, so to retaliate, I found where their base was and I built a wall around their base so they couldn't get out.
Yeah.
But
Stomping on.
not much on the show notes today. We've got our custom curations, what's the number
Goals.
for the ring, Lord of the Rings spoilers, and Tony's questions from the grave, because we're pretty sure we don't actually need him for the podcast anymore.
Nope.
So
Now that we got all the info.
yeah, I can do this all day. All right, let's move to our Paper Players custom curations. What do we got?
Oh, some of these are great.
Temporal
Vault.
value. You want to read it, Josh?
Temporal Vault, 6 mana artifact. Suspend 42? What's
No,
that?
4, but cost 2 to suspend.
42. Yeah, so
What?
It
you
costs
suspend it for 2, and it suspends for 4
Why
turns.
is it-
because
Suspend-
things
I'm
have
gonna
suspend
suspend
costs.
42 because this guy is terrible.
This guy is terrible.
Rather than cast this card from your hand, you may pay 2 and exile it with 4 time counters.
Yeah, this is just suspend.
Yeah,
That's weird that suspend has the mana cost.
suspend always
Really
has the
upset
mana
about
cost.
Yes, I am. No, it's just templated very weird. I get what they're trying
It's
to
because
do.
there's no dash in there where it should be a dash. 'Cause
Yeah.
If you think about like the Rhino card, it's like suspend 2 with a dash and then green.
Yeah.
but
Oh.
Normally, suspend cards don't have an actual cost, but
Oh, they do.
oh yeah, like what's
Oh
that?
no, you can't cast them for a real number. That's what you mean.
Yeah,
What about Rift Bolt?
I was gonna say Riftbolt, and there's the what's the rare Gargadon?
I think you can do it with the Rhino card too, right?
No, it doesn't have an
because
actual
it
mana
doesn't.
cost.
Never mind.
But anyways,
Okay, so whatever. Whenever a
It's
time
just
counter is
templated
removed,
very weird. And whenever time counter is removed from Temporal Vault, while it's exiled, add a colorless mana. You don't lose this mana while phases end. And
Okay.
tap, add a colorless mana for each card you own with a time counter on it.
It's not very good.
Yeah, I mean,
No, so when it
what
comes
is
into
happening?
play, it doesn't tap for anything, right?
Nope, because there's
Not
nothing
unless
that
you have
currently
other
have
suspend
with time
cards.
counter.
This card is just a headache, is what this card is.
I mean, it's not that bad.
it's not
in
good
terms of,
either.
It's not
It's not
good.
good.
What I'm saying is like the formatting is fine. It's not busted. Like there could be some fun to it. It's just like who's it's hard to keep track of like this is the mana that I had from Temporal Vault. And here it is. It's staying here.
Why is the suspend so high though? Because normally the card costs 6, but the suspend is 4, so this is gonna take forever.
6 mana rock that taps for no mana.
Yeah, this is.
No. If you're playing a suspend deck,
There is that one commander, the red Joda.
yeah, you put everything on suspend.
Yeah.
Put everything on time. So I think that's what they were trying to do with it. I don't think it's egregious in any way. I just think it's not great.
Yeah,
That's
this
all.
card's bad.
Bad.
All right, JB, read the next one.
All right, we got Rainbow Branching Sapling. It's a picture of a tree with the color of the rainbows on its branches. It's a creature plant. It's got landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may add 1 mana of any color that land can produce. It is a 1 generic and 2 green to cast. And then as long as you control a land of each basic type, lands you control have hexproof 0/2. Dude, who's picking these cards? I don't think this is that bad of a design.
Yeah, this is
is
fine.
Lotus. It's
think
Lotus
this card-
Cobra, but also gives your lands hexproof. If you
Except
have,
like if
crazy
you play a
cards.
fetch land, this doesn't produce mana.
Oh,
Yeah, it
that's
does.
cool.
Landfall.
No, read
No,
it.
but
You may
it's
add
fetch
1
land.
mana of any color that land can produce.
Oh, actually, that's kind of smart.
This card's actually very playable.
Yeah,
Very
agreed.
playable.
It
Very
unramps. It unramps the Lotus Cobra bustedness that you got
Yeah.
way back when.
And you can turn this on by turn 2.
Yeah,
With
with
Tri-lands.
Yeah, 3
I
tri-lands.
don't think this card's like
You can do it 2 Tri-lands.
60 card playable, but this card's totally easy.
Who's
yeah.
picking these today?
The dude
some
in
of
the
ones I
grave
put
we
in
don't
chat
need
were way
anymore.
funnier than whatever this is. I put
Alright.
Tony's sense of humor is medium.
Medium.
Oh my
Man, this is
god.
the make fun
Alright,
of Tony.
this is a good one. Selesnian Soul Ring costs 2 generic for legendary artifact that taps, add a green and a white.
Read the flavor text.
Life and prosperity. What?
Flavor text. Oh, I
Someone had their Soul Ring blown up and they were real upset about it.
No,
I mean, at least
someone
it
just
costs
wrote-
2.
This is
Someone
not.
someone wants their Selesnya deck to be better.
This
So,
card
what
is
I'll give
busted.
It is, because it's just a better
Yeah.
version of all the talismans.
Oh, agreed.
Or signets, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I meant.
signets. Except Arcane. Oh no, this is better than Arcane.
This is way
Yep.
better than Arcane
You get
Signet.
2.
I wouldn't say way better.
It is way
It's
better.
good. I don't know. Broken card. We don't need more
Yeah,
stories.
why,
Let's be
like-
real.
At 2 mana, this card's okay.
I already
card-
hate
this
Soul
card
Ring
is
and
very-
EDH.
This card's printable, but I don't think they would. I
Too
think
good.
a 2
I-
mana,
it's
2
too
mana Soul
good.
Ring is
If it was
It's
3
good.
mana, it'd be.
Oh.
It's producing 2
Yeah.
colored mana.
It's
Is
still
there
fun.
any other mana rock for 2 mana that produces 2?
No.
Imagine making like I'm gonna make a busted magic card. I'm gonna make a busted Soul Ring. And Selesnya. Those are your colors.
Hey. You don't need to
This
play
goes straight to
blue.
my Gaddock Teague deck.
You don't need to play black.
This
It's
Cascade
fine.
Teague.
See, here's the caveat. You can only have one. Is the original Soul Ring a legendary?
No.
See, you can only have one of them. And by that
You
I
can
mean you're
only-
playing EDH, so you only have one.
Yeah, you
anyways.
can only have one in EDH anyway.
Alright, and what do we got next?
All right, Jeff.
What
hit
is
us.
this? Delightful Muse for a 0/1. Spells can't be countered if they're the first spell each turn. Taps to add a green, blue, or red. Has no mana cost. What?
You have to
Cascade
cascade into it. You can't.
This
get it
card
any
is
other way.
insane.
Insane.
No, you can't. It's not like it's a land. You can't play it. It's
Wait,
unplayable.
really?
You literally can't play it. It's got no mana cost.
Yeah.
Think
it's
about an
crazy.
Ornithopter. It has a 0 up there for a
I
reason.
guess, yeah. All right, you have to cascade it. I was thinking you could just cast it because that's
These cards.
the ability to like not be countered your first spell is insane.
I think the person meant to put 1 green for the cost.
That would be busted.
would
That
be
would be
broken.
busted.
That
This
would be
is
busted.
who's
A
cascading into
noble
this.
hierarch on Teamer, but also gives you the ability of
Uncounterable your first spell each turn.
yeah. Dude, it's the perfect Kira Glass Spinner counter.
Right.
Yeah. You said I can't cast my first. Is it Kira, right?
Yeah.
You say I can't cast my first card. I say I can.
No, Kira counters the first. Or Kira gives all your stuff. Bubble.
The first
hex-
spell targeted.
It's like a tax 2 mana.
Okay,
tax.
well then whatever that other banned card is in EDH, the Endymion or whatever.
Arroyo
Yeah, that guy. This is the ultra answer to that card.
or Tommy. Ascendant?
This guy built this card
Who would
to
ever
make
cascade into
that
this?
card legal in E EDH.
Who would ever cascade into this?
No one. How do you even play this?
I'm telling you right now, this guy just thought he was going. He was thinking that he was gonna put a mana cost, and he just forgot to.
This is the
100%.
most. This is the most animated we've ever seen JB, and it's all because Tony's not here. He's excited. He's like, I can finally talk.
It's so funny because in this guy's mind, he was like, okay, what's a good trade-off for Exalted? How
Oh
about
my god.
can't be counter?
How about can't be played?
Totally.
I want to know why he chose 0. At least he knew that this card was busted, so he gave it no mana cost, so it's hard to play cast.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think he just messed up.
But you went
My
from
mind
like too busted
screwed
to
up.
unplayable. Like there is an in between.
Impossible.
All right. Lay down roots. Cost a green and 2 for an enchantment. When lay down roots enters the battlefield, put a root counter on target land and target creature you control. That creature and land become paired. They remain paired for as long as you control both of them. Whenever a land paired to a creature becomes tapped, that creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. When a creature paired to a land becomes tapped, add 1 mana of any color that land could produce.
It's cool. I like the
This is-
design.
Yeah.
This is a cool card. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
It
It's
makes
w- it's a-
sense.
yeah, and it's like a new design space for pair or whatever as a mechanic.
Yeah, because it
Partner.
was Soulbound. Was the
Yeah.
original.
Yeah, soulbound.
It's like soul bonding with the land.
Yeah.
I
Um,
like
also,
and the flavor.
art pick is
the
okay.
name- The name is good.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good. This overall. I give
Yeah,
this one a-
I give this an A+.
Doable.
This one's good.
Alright.
And it's an uncommon. Go straight in the cube.
Oh
No
yeah.
complaints.
No complaints.
Wait, hold on. Go back. Go back.
I don't know how.
I have one complaint. How do you go back?
I don't know how.
Oh no.
Well, what was your
The,
complaint?
The
Backspace. Backspace. Did that not work?
it's fine. I was just gonna
Oh.
say the collector number. That's my complaint. That's the only complaint I got. Why the hell is the
960 out of
collector number so gigantic?
1700.
What is this?
Maybe he's
How many
made
cards
that
have you
many
designed in
custom
here, Bud?
cards.
They just typed with their faces what happened.
It's the only complaint.
Like number.
Too big of a collector number.
All right, come on, bro. This is too low. So there was an offer made for $150,000.
That was Cassius Marsh the first time.
Yeah, but then he offered 500,000, and
Okay,
then
but we got a big problem here
yeah.
because this is outdated information. There's already a bounty of $1 million out
Yep,
there
I
by
was just gonna
another
say.
group of people who run a big collection group somewhere
Yep.
on the west or east coast.
And they can afford it.
So
Cassius
hate
Marsh
this.
can't do. Cassius Marsh
Yeah.
is an NFL player.
Does he still play?
No, he's retired, but
So like now he'd have to match $1 million.
he won't.
That's a lot of his net worth versus a company that has enough
Pretty
stuff to
sure-
recuperate their money.
I'm pretty sure he has a company too that does cards.
Good.
Like, I'm pretty sure he does.
He does. He has a
I'm
store.
sure it's obviously not as big as
Uh,
what is it, Adam and
yeah, the one where
Eric
they
or
own
something?
like so much alpha power and beta power.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dan Bach has the biggest collection in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he ain't offering $1 million.
Yeah, because he doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it's stupid to try and buy this card right now.
No, my meme thing after I like accepted that because the bounties got too high, that I accepted that I wouldn't throw it in the volcano because I wouldn't. I would make Dan Bach and Cassius Marsh fight for it, like actually fight for the opportunity to buy it off
That's funny.
me.
So,
for half,
I guess-
half their bounty.
Yeah, because you don't. The money is good enough already. So, what do you guys think it's gonna reach?
I think
$1
$1
million
million
cap.
is the point.
I don't think it exists. I don't think it's gonna actually get opened.
I also
mean,
think it's dumb if you open it to tell anyone.
Yeah, because you're just gonna get
Agreed.
robbed.
No, what you do is you hold on to it. I mean, this is terrible, but you hold on to it. Don't
Especially if
tell
it's still
anyone,
open.
and you just buy boxes and keep selling them for as they go up. Because think about it, if no one says
Stores
they
will be
found
open.
it, the box will just keep going up and up and up and up in value
Yeah, and then you magically find it in like 5
Yep.
months or something.
after you've made an additional like $500,000.
No random person is going to get this card.
I also
That's what I
don't
was
think
about to
it's going to
say
be
is-
first print. I think it's going to be in
Think-
3 months when the bundles come out.
I was about to
No,
say,
I don't think. No, no. You will never. No person buying their packs off of Amazon or off of eBay or from a distributor is going to get this. If this
it's
does
gonna be
get opened,
seeded to some degree.
it's gonna be at like a Magic Con or something.
I think it's going to
be
be an underrepresented streamer
something like
that Wizard sends a box to.
No, that's a little too on the nose. My guess is that they're going to give it to a place that they know sells out of their packs, semi-local, and they know will sell to, like, caters to a bigger crowd who will know exactly what they're opening. So it's going to go to an LGS somewhere on the West Coast.
I think Jeff's onto something when the like bundles come out. I think like whatever MagicCon is happening during that Christmas time or
Yep.
whatever, that's where you want to be.
Because that way they guarantee the boxes will keep selling. Because as
Ah.
soon as this is open, the price drops and people stop caring. Because the set doesn't have anything amazing in it right now. I mean, besides the box toppers.
Well, the poll is still that it's, Lord of the Rings stuff. So
No, agreed, but
the whole
are you
thing
going to
of
be
that
selling
motion-
more boxes
Yeah,
when you
worth
can open a $1 million
$400.
card? Or are you going to sell more boxes when the most expensive card is like $30?
Yeah.
Right. For the same price as this, you can get a box of like of Eternal Masters and get an Ancient Tomb.
Yeah. Or a Force of Will.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it breaks $1 million.
Well, it already is $1 million.
Oh
but-
no, it is already $1 million, but I don't think.
I don't think you need to grade it either. It's a one of.
No. Nope. No need. I mean, there's like authentication, but dude, they screw up the authentication already.
Some of them do. All the like ones that popped up through quarantine, like all the no-name ones, definitely screw up authentication. You got to get the BGS Black Label.
Even then, sometimes they mess up. Every once in a while, they like send through a fake
Oh wow.
or like a rebacked or whatever. Because people post about it when they get one, and it's like, hey, this is obviously rebacked. Look at this.
This is also like beating a dead horse. Like we've talked about this so many times.
I know.
I'm willing to hedge that this card never gets opened.
It could end up sitting in a box someone's sitting on.
No, I don't think. I don't know. If it does get opened, it's going to be at some big event. Because Wizards wants it to be public. They want everyone
And he gets
to know.
jumped. Dude, I'd jump someone for $1 million.
Well, if you open it, you just go straight to the nearest dealer and go, how much?
Most of those dealers aren't going to be able to afford it.
Right.
Like even
Some of
SCG, they're not going to be able to pay a mil.
Well, yeah, of course they're not going to be able to pay $1 million, but then you have to worry about doing all that stuff
That's what I was like. No, I would make Dan Bach and Cassius my fight for it, and if they don't fight for it, I'm gonna sell it to Damien.
All right, you heard him, Cassius and Dan
Whatever
Bach.
Damien
Better hope
offers
Josh
me.
doesn't open, otherwise you better get them fisticuffs ready.
What do you think Damien's offer is?
I talked to him about it today. He said he wouldn't offer because he wouldn't be able to give an actual like true offer on it. Because like if let's say he offers someone 10K and they find out that someone offered $1 million for it, that's the amount of money someone kills you over.
Right.
I saw him today and we were
Trade me
talking
most
about
of
it.
your collection, Damien, when I open this thing.
I mean, a playset of everything
Guy
from
care about
beta.
having a 101.
Give me 10K and 10% of the company.
Oh, I'd need more than 10%. But
Alright.
all right.
Me,
Lord of the
Jimmy,
Rings. Let's talk about these bad cards. Oh, actually, this card's pretty good. You want to read it, JB? I'm kind
No.
of sick of hearing my own voice.
I hate.
All right, Josh, you're reading.
I gotta sit up then. Eomer, Marshal of Rohan, is a 4-mana, 2 red, legendary human knight. 4/4, haste. Whenever one or more other attacking legendary creatures you can. Excuse me. Whenever one or more other attacking legendary creatures you control die, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. This ability triggers only once each turn. So it gives you. It does not. It. Hang on. How is it? It doesn't combo with. Oh wait. Hell,
Yeah.
It does combo with Helm
Yeah,
of the Host
because the token dies.
No.
Are you-
Sorry. You would make a new. Wait. It doesn't. Wait. Yeah. It would because you get a new token. Yeah. It would make a copy with the Helm. It does combo with Helm of the Host.
Because it makes the token also that dies. So you equip Helm of the Host to MR attack. It makes a copy. At the end of combat, Karizev's Ragavan dies, triggers MR. You untap, swing again, make another copy of him, and just keep going. Or you can even sack the Ragavan to the Goblin Bombardment and also deal damage. I don't know. It's just
the Kyrie Zev though. I think you can just do it with Helm of the Host. Does the copy stack itself at the end of combat? I don't remember.
So
What does Helm of the Host say?
well, you need a legendary to die. For one or more
Well,
other
attack.
attacking legendary creatures you control die.
Wow, I read it too. Idiot.
Yeah, it's just another combo with Helm and some cards. Seems okay. Why does he still have it? Okay. This card seems interesting. Grima Worn Tongue costs a black and 2 for a 1/4. Your opponent can't gain life. Tap, sack another creature. Your target player loses 1 life. If the sacrificed creature was legendary, a mass orcs 2. So you make a orc token army orc army token with 2 counters on it.
I don't understand why Tony likes this card, or why he keeps going on about this card. I don't think this card's all that special.
Seems fine. It's a cheap answer to stop life gain for EDH. I mean, there are combos with it, but meh. Like, you need, what is it, Leyline of Singularity and, Training Grounds?
Or no,
Or
Intruder Alarm.
Intruder Alarm, yeah. And you just sack a creature on...
Tony loves
did it,
anything that
boys.
says gain life, lose
yeah,
life.
we did it, boys. We comboed with something that always has combos.
We busted it. We busted.
Okay. So apparently he's saying this is a casual card. Which it is. And Tony's a casual, so it's fitting.
Yup.
He's not even a casual.
Why did it go back to that?
He's not even a tryhard either. Tony doesn't win.
I didn't even see this card.
He's
all,
nothing.
all of us win. Tony doesn't win. He wins
I
FNM.
don't win that often.
He's the FNM. Hang on, you won like an invite or whatever.
He wins FNM when none of us go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's.
Tony.
Yeah. He's a
Sitting here talking about how good you are at Magic, never showing it.
Yep. I mean, me and JB both put up results last year. Josh put up some this year. I can't remember the last time Tony did. I thought you won something. Oh, you
Years
took
ago, I
second
played
at the
Yeah, whatever.
RCQ.
Eight players.
I mean, still second. Tony hasn't
I
even done
won
that.
2 rounds.
That's 2 more top 8 rounds
I
than
lost
Tony's
two- I
one.
lost 2 games and took last.
So,
Palantir of the
Yeah.
Orthanic.
Orthanic.
3-mana legendary artifact. At the beginning of your
Read
end
like a
step,
card.
put an influence counter on this card and scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you may mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters, and that player loses life equal to the total mana value of the cards milled that way. What does he want to do with this?
Why Karn?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh, whoops.
I don't understand.
At the beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on it and scry 2. Then target opponent may have.
I don't get it. I don't know what you're trying to do here, Tony.
Yeah, I mean.
You
I'm-
lost us. You put this together.
Big
makes
brain
no
does.
sense.
I'm just gonna skip this. I have no idea what this is.
He'll have to yell at us next week when he sees us.
Why does it keep showing that card? Born Upon a Wind. Cost a blue and 1 instant. You may cast spells this turn as though they have flash. Draw a card.
It's so weird.
Does give Fury Flash, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yep.
But I mean, what are you gonna play this in?
Red
Blue
blue.
red in modern?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Do I really want a 2-mana
Four
draw
color.
card spell? Seems really bad.
2 mana,
Just 4
draw a card. You draw your red card. You play Fury. Wipe their board. Go to your turn. Kill them.
Does 4-color? Well, does 4-color want to play this?
4-color Omnath.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No. Because they curve out. They just jam everything. It doesn't seem good.
But you're Fury, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I screw that up all the time.
All
This
right.
card.
Yeah, display
This
of
is what I
power.
want to talk. Display of power. Colorless and 2 red for the casting cost. It's an instant. It says this spell cannot be copied, and it says copy any number of target instant and or sorcery spells. You may choose new targets for the copies. So, in lands, they were playing blue specifically to try and counter things like Tendrils of Agony. And so you're diluting your color pool for only playing, what's it called? Blue Elemental Blast and
Flusterstorm.
Flusterstorm. So now you could just say, I don't care about Flusterstorm. I make enough mana with lands. I'll be able to do this in time. I can't wait to steal your Tendrils.
Yeah, you
gonna be
just
so
let the
good.
storm ability resolve, puts them all on the stack, and then you just copy all of them.
Yep, and then suddenly you get to be the Tendrils player.
And even if it didn't kill them, it will put you out in enough range to not die.
Would you play this in Burn? In
Oh,
the
of
sideboard?
course.
Okay. I was like,
Dude,
I
Jeff
feel
will
like you
play
got it.
anything in Burn. Jeff will play.
I've tried everything, man. You
Right.
don't understand.
Literally everything.
I've tried. I remember playing Chandra's what is it, Igniter in Legacy for a little bit.
With haste that would put it back in your hand when it would attack or at landfall.
Oh, I didn't end up trying that because when we were in quarantine, I was playing on Discord in a tournament, and I played against a mono red guy playing that, and he wasn't able to like cast anything because he had to keep bouncing a land. And I was like, yeah, that card's bad. I tried the Samurai, the artifact one drop 2/2. It bounces at the end of turn, and you can cycle it to draw a card. Card was okay, but you know what card actually is like seeing less and less play in Burn now is Eidolon. It's
Really?
just not good. You're killing yourself more than you're killing them most of the time.
For what it's worth, I hated
guess.
that card.
It was good for a long time, but now
I
it's
hated
just.
it. Even when it was good, I still hated it.
I've played it enough to know how many times. I remember playing 2 in a row against elves, and I still lost. Like, they were taking 4 for each elf.
Moira Marauder. Double red. 1/1 double strike goblin warrior. Whenever a goblin or orc you control deals combat damage to a player, exile a top card of your library, you may play that card this turn. bro, if you showed this card to someone in like 2010, they would
They'd
like
go crazy.
yeah, they would have an aneurysm, dude.
Check this out. This is Magic 2023, baby.
I mean, this card seems good. I don't.
It's medium by today's standards, or like it's
Yeah.
okay by
I think it's
today's
fine.
standards.
I think the
But,
Lord
like,
is better.
2012, people would like laugh at. People wouldn't believe you that this card was real.
This would be a fake card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this card's okay.
This card's busted. Yeah, it's a good meme.
What year is this? This card's a little outdated. The new Lord, whenever a goblin dies, you exile it and you can play it till your next turn, is a little better. Because this is by combat. So most of the time you've already tapped out to play all your lords, play your goblins with haste, and so you're not going to be casting those spells. Seems bad.
And there's the other
It'll go in
Wackey's way
Cranko,
better.
but that's
Snoop
about
or
it.
Whatever, the sneaky one too.
Snoop
Snoop, that one.
Yeah, imagine if you had this ability on Snoop
seems bad.
for free. It's an incidental.
All right.
Oh man, you didn't pepper these in. Now we gotta listen to like pick like 5. I hate this.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's too many.
All right. So first question.
What is the best meme
Yeah.
in Magic? And it better not be Stormcrow.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say Storm.
We knew you would.
No Stormcrow.
Hang on. I also like Dreadmaw. Really, I have a special place in my head for Dreadmaw. I also really like. Wow, fuck Tron. What other memes do I like?
I think the best
meme.
meme in Magic is Days.
Oh,
It's an argument that everyone has
like
that plays
$10.
Legacy.
That's like just our like group, I think.
I don't think so.
Nah, dude. Days is such a controversial.
Oh
card.
yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the
that's
best
We'll
why
meme.
argue all day.
I also like reading the card explains the card.
Yeah, RTFC or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man, like when the Doomsday players didn't know what Thassa's Oracle did.
Any of the jokes about body odor with Magic players is like very accurate.
So there's a guy locally who recently started calling people who draw their cards where you like put the card on the table and then slide it over to you. You know, you like show your
Yeah.
opponent you're drawing
Yeah.
one by putting it on the table and sliding it over to you. He calls them wizards and it kills me every time.
That's pretty good.
He's like, that's wizard behavior, and I'm like, oh, I love this.
Oh my god.
Alright.
And like,
Yeah,
obviously, that's
yeah.
not really a meme, but that's just like, I don't know, a joke for us.
I
and
do the
I love it.
untap, upkeep, draw thing.
Yeah, you always
I
say.
don't
You
it.
also
I
like
don't
your field never makes sense.
Yeah.
You have a planeswalker above your mana and below.
That's...
Alright,
Well, that's
next
another
question.
It's always a mess.
What is the greatest set that ever came out in Magic?
the greatest set?
Yeah. That's a tough. I still think it's Lorwyn, at least from a personal experience. Like the flavor was amazing. Granted, fairies were annoying to play against, but like, just I miss tribal Magic.
Exalted will always have a special place in my heart, but if I were to pick one thing to go back to, it would be Lorwyn. I need more fairies.
Yeah.
I need to make fairy rogue decks.
What other set? I really liked War of the Spark.
War of the
No
Spark
way.
made me hate
For whatever
Planeswalkers.
I did,
No
I really-
way.
The limited
I-
format was fun.
You just liked that they played the cover of In the End It Doesn't Even Matter for their promo.
I had no idea what that even happened.
Same.
It's like, it's so good. There was an image of like Liliana walking down as everyone's dying in Amonkhet or wherever they are, and they're playing like this cover, and people are like, "No way, this can't be a cover of that song." It was so funny. People were just exploding because it's like Liliana is, "Oh, I'm so edgy. This is so dramatic for me."
I think I stick with Onslaught, and then after Onslaught, I'm gonna go to 8th edition.
8th
I like
edition?
my
What is wrong
reprints.
with you?
I like white borders, man.
That's like saying you like Homelands.
Yeah, I like 8th edition. I like Corsair.
Otherwise,
but-
I will say the other set, if we want to go really old, Legends has so many unique cards that do
do.
so
You
many.
can only
weird
say that because of
things.
Tabernacle.
And Tabernacle.
You can't say Legends. Legends is, you gotta be
I mean,
Legends is
I'm
so
gonna go with 8th edition is the greatest set of Magic of all time. It's got
Legends
Johnny
has
on
so
basic.
many weird effects.
I
It's
feel
so
like
crazy.
Tony
I
would
love
say
it.
World Wake.
No.
Well,
He
isn't
hated
8th
Jace's.
What he played them in
edition?
Cobblade.
He would say
Shards of Alara.
yeah, he would say shards.
That's fair.
He would say Alara.
And
For
like,
sure.
I'm like just now getting close to Tony, and I could tell you that that's 100% what he would say.
Yeah.
But who
Alara.
cares? Because we don't need him for the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, he's kicked out.
next question.
What is
Hang on,
your
I'm looking up what cards are in 8th edition.
what is your absolute worst moment in all of Magic?
The day I met Tony. No. The worst. Probably when I lost that winning into the top 8 in Legacy. I was playing Burn against. It was Rug Delver when they had Arcanist. And it was my first time playing against Arcanist, and I didn't kill it in game 2. And it was in game 2 and
Stomped
3, and
all
I
over
got
you?
stomped, and it was like the worst feeling ever.
One
mean,
time.
Yeah.
Or, you go ahead.
There is recorded proof of me losing my winning in at an SCG. Of me making a terrible play mistake, committing my mana and throwing away. It was during the mono black era of Magic.
Yeah.
You know, the Theros mono black deck.
Yep.
I threw away an Underworld Breach, what is it? Underworld Connections to a pack rat because I had looked at my opponent's hand. He was playing blue-white. I didn't see a board wipe in his hand after thought seizing him. And I was like, okay, if I do this pack rat plan and I throw away everything in my hand, I will win in 2 turns. So he just has to whiff 2 draws, and I will win.
Not gonna
So
happen.
I committed to it, threw away the best card against the deck, Underworld Connections, because it makes you draw better than they do. And he ended up pulling a Supreme off the top.
Oh.
Blew me. And like, I got him down to 1, and then he stabilized and beat me on cam. It was so bad. And that
Oh,
would have got
man.
me into top 8 for SCG Milwaukee.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. What about you,
Feel
Joe?
bad.
One time I casted a brainstorm into an onboard Hull Breacher. And like this was like in the like legacy like for money or whatever, so like I willed my own brainstorm.
You just
That's
3
so
for 1
funny.
to yourself.
Yeah, I had 3. No, I had 3 for 0.
Yeah,
next
3
time.
for 0. Jesus.
I mean, that's like a funny one, though. That's like fun.
Oh
You're
my
like, oh yeah,
God.
that was real dumb.
That was probably the lowest I've ever been in Magic, though. Also, that game at EDH we played where I drew like 6 mountains in a row.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was pretty bad too. Pretty poor showing.
I'm trying to think if I have any more real terrible times. I mean, like, if we could get, I'll save those stories for later.
All right.
What is the best? What is the best TCG aside from Magic?
Pokemon.
To actually play? I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh is actually not too terrible. It's over real quick. But it's
played.
I enjoy playing the Pokemon game.
I'm trying to think, because me and Tony have played a bunch of weird ones.
same. You ever played the Full Metal Alchemist one?
No.
It's real terrible.
I mean, I really did like, it was very simplistic, but I did like the lands, like the way the territories worked in the Adventure Time board game. You had like 4 territories, and it was essentially
Yeah. Card
And then
Wars.
you could only cast cards based on like your land types or whatever that you had on the field. You got X amount of points to spend per turn based on the lands you had. And,
I still have
Wow.
4 of those decks.
yeah, so do I. Have a couple sitting around. But I like that game a lot. And then I don't know. I think
The Naruto card
Collectability?
game was actually a lot of fun.
which one? Naruto.
Yeah, and they made it where you could battle Dragon Ball Z versus Naruto, which was cool.
The other thing, I mean, I just like Yu Yu Hakusho a lot, and they had a Yu Yu Hakusho card game. There's a time
It was
where I
awful.
found on eBay, it was like 270 packs for like $50.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, oh, I'm doing that. And me and Tony spent like a week opening and building different decks with them, which was fun. And we like interpreted the rules the best we could because, you know, we didn't have any guides or anything other than the rule books. But I had fun doing that. And it was collectible, so it was like I got a bunch of characters that I want to look at on cards.
I know the question is what's the best, but man, is there a lot of terrible ones. I tried the Inuyasha one, that one was real bad. Tried
How about
like
the Austin Powers one?
no, I never got into that one. I tried like 3 different Dragon Ball Z ones. I've tried 2 Digimon
so
ones.
bad.
I'll have you know, I've been looking at the 8th edition spoiler.
Oh
for,
my
like, the
god.
last couple minutes, and dude, it's baller. There's a bunch of bangers in here. There's Blood Moon in here, so screw your Tabernacle. Birds of Paradise is in here. Wrath of God, Story Circle, Bribery.
Sounds like a lot of cards that don't see play.
No way.
Wrath of God doesn't see play anymore. Birds, I guess EDH.
Blood Moon,
Blood Moon,
Blood
yes,
Moon,
and
500.
Bribery kind of sees play.
bro. Nightmare, Persecute.
Oh my god, Nightmare.
Dude, Phyrexian Arena was in this set. Rewind.
Phyrexian
Jeff,
Arena is like
Jeff,
$2.
Jeff.
What?
Raging Goblin.
Oh, I know. I have a
Oh.
foil signed one.
Plague Wind.
Dude, Plague Wind was my... Oh, I played that card so much when I used to play.
Searing Wind.
Dude, you remember that with... what's the equipment? Was it like Wizard Staff or something like that?
Something that.
Where
no,
you
it's
would
like
imprint an instant or sorcery on it, and whenever that creature dealt damage, you would make a copy of that spell.
Yeah.
Put Searing Winds, deal 10.
I'm sticking with 8th edition as my
You got it,
best,
bud.
best set of Magic.
What is the best
Oh my god.
thing you like to put on a pizza? Tell me the toppings, the cheese, where it's from.
I'm not
yada,
telling
yada.
you where it's from, but honestly, I like, instead of red sauce, ranch, and then grilled chicken and bacon. Real good.
He picked this question because he knows that I'm terrible.
Oh, do you like anchovies?
No. I just get fucking
Pineapple.
cheese.
Okay, I eat cheese pizza all the time.
Yeah, mine's like the boring choice.
Next
I
one.
like
Okay.
hang on, so if we're like talking about like favorite pizza ever,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the menu to see what it's.
It used to be like bacon onion I can do. I like bacon onion, but no one else wants that. Like the things I want, nobody wants. I used to do like bacon, onion, green pepper, or whatever, and people are like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know, fine to me." And then they're like, "I don't want that," so all right, fine, just give me cheese. I just don't like
My-
pepperoni or whatever. I just
Pepperoni is pretty outdated. Not good anymore.
My favorite pizza comes from Mellow Mushroom.
I feel like you
Which is
said that
not a-
really sensually.
Because I'm also like looking at the menu right now. All right, so this is what it's called. It's a pizza chain that's like in the South. I know it from like visiting my mom down in Georgia, and then like when I was going out to North Carolina all the time.
Mhm.
I have a T-shirt from this place actually. It's called Mellow Mushroom. Lauren Maynard used to work there, Jeff.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
My favorite pizza is called the Holy Shiitake Pie, and it's like a shiitake mushroom pizza with this like truffle oil and like garlic aioli sauce.
dude, now
It's
that I
so-
would try.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
but that's,
so
like,
good. And it's got
fancy
Wisconsin,
pizza.
Like white aged cheddar is the cheese.
See,
Oh my
that's
god,
the biggest
it's
problem
so
is like
good.
when it comes to pizza, people are like, "Yeah, you want pepperoni sausage?" I'm like, "No, get that out of here. I don't care." Like, if you
If
offer
we're
me some
ordering
weird,
from Pizza Hut, if we're ordering from Pizza Hut or like Domino's or whatever, yeah, give me pepperoni. But if we're ordering like from a special place, I want the cool mushroom pizza or whatever.
yeah, like if you have like a cool specialty like that, that's totally different. Like, I'm not opposed to flavor, but like if you're just getting like, I mean, so there's this place called Happy Tap nearby. Really like it. Cheese is really good. Their crust is great. It's like
Dude, their
thin,
pizza's amazing.
pretty crunchy. Like not
I
too
like
thick.
crunchy,
hand
but pretty
tossed
crunchy.
pizza over thin.
Yeah, it's hand tossed.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's thinner.
Yeah, it's not like
hand
super
tossed thing.
thick, but
But yeah, so like that's a good example where I'm just like, I'm just getting the cheese. I don't care. But if I were to go to somewhere crazy like what Josh is saying, I would try some weird stuff. Like I'd be like, all right, give it a shot.
I always like the mac and cheese pizza and the tater tot pizza from Toppers.
Hang on, the tater tot pizza or like the tater tot pizza is okay. The mac and cheese pizza is like
Oh, it's so good.
um, it's overrated actually. I think.
Mac and cheese is my go-to for Ian's.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's not what I want. It's like,
I
it's
get
not
it,
what I
man.
want when I want
That's why we all have different tastes.
Right.
Okay.
All right. We're only going to go
Next
up to 10 because
Is
I'm
there
not
a
doing
car-
18.
Is there a card that you would want to erase from the history of Magic?
Days.
Jeez.
Actually, no. It would be chill.
Chill.
Yep.
Dude, chill
Get
is
rid of
your
that
nightmare.
card.
I gave you that win. Why are you still mad about
Because
chill?
I lost to the same card in the top 8. Or the top 4.
Dude, that was
Dude,
so
I hate
good.
that
Chill.
card.
I'll just play 2 chills and you
Oh
never
my
cast
God.
another red card in your life. Good luck. Good luck. Red elemental blasting this while I have mana up to counter.
If
my
there's a
God.
card I can't ever beat, it's Carpet of Flowers.
Yeah, the card's
That
real
generates
gross.
so much value.
I hate that card.
What about you, JB?
I'm trying to think. I mean, like, most recently, cards I never want to see. Honestly, it's Ancient Tomb.
I can see
If
that,
someone's
yeah.
playing an Ancient Tomb deck in Legacy, that means they're doing unfair things, and I won't be able to handle it with lands.
Says the guy who cheats out of 2020.
Yeah, whatever. You can kill a 2020 with 1 mana.
I mean, you can kill an Ancient Tomb with 1 land.
Yeah, you're right. I do a lot of the time. But, like, it's like Ancient Tomb or LED. If I see either
Fair.
of those, I'm like, oh man, this is going to be bad.
I think Tony's card would be Deathrite Shaman.
No.
His
I'm
would
trying
be
to think of what he
Days.
hates.
He hates that card.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like the fun pick for him because it's like, what did he hate seeing way back when he was playing competitively all the time?
I don't know.
It can't be like Stoneforge Mystic because he liked that card.
Didn't he hate Jace?
No, because he played it too. I don't know, he's too flexible.
All right,
You
next
need to be
question.
like bitter about something. Like, oh, I hate those cards.
If you
Come
Hit it.
on.
if you had to kiss another member of this podcast,
Oh my
who would
God.
it be, and go in depth on how you would do it?
No.
Okay,
It would be
so
JB.
Easy.
It's not
Just
gay if
stick
you have the
together.
same name.
Jeff, stick together, baby.
It's because Tony and I share the same birthday. We're gonna be birthday bros.
Hooked up, mentally synced. Oh man.
All right, next
All right, hit me
question.
with 18. I want 18.
We'll make that the last one.
As a group,
Oh my god.
as a group, can you guys name every standard set in chronological order from Mirrodin until now? Don't look it up.
Tony,
Don't cheat.
No.
Every time you get one wrong,
Mirrodin
it gets
until
deducted from your
now?
pay.
No. Not gonna
So we got
happen.
Mirrodin, and then Darksteel, and then Fifth Dawn, and then
Yeah.
after Mirrodin was, I don't remember if 9th edition came out first or not.
That would have been
Wasn't it?
8th edition.
no, 8th
Or
was
was
Old
right
Borders.
before.
No.
8th was before.
Yeah, because 8th was the last Old Border set.
No.
I
ninth-
think
Eighth had
it is
New Border.
Kamigawa. So it's like Betrayal.
no. Then
Betrayers.
Champions. No, Champions. is first,
Champions, Betrayers,
then
Saviors.
Betrayers, and then Saviors, and then 9th edition somewhere in this like.
I think it's next. And then we get Lorwyn.
Yep. And then. No.
No,
hang on,
10th
before
edition was
Lorwyn is
before Lorwyn.
Cold Snap. Cold Snap comes before
Yeah.
Lorwyn.
Oh yeah, because they stuck that in.
And then we also have the
And then it's like
Planar
Lorwyn,
Chaos
and then
block.
Shadowborn, and then 10th edition.
Oh yeah. Time Spiral.
Time Spiral, bro.
Time Spiral is after Kamigawa,
And it was before
It
10th
was
edition.
Before Lorwyn.
and it was before Lorwyn. So it was Time Spiral, Planar Chaos, and whatever
Then
shift.
maybe 10th edition.
Future
I think
Sight.
10th edition came out
Future
before
Sight.
Lorwyn too.
It did.
And then 10th edition, and then
Lorwyn.
Lorwyn.
Evening Tide, Shadowmoor,
And
or
then Cold
Morning.
Snap is before Lorwyn.
Sure, but then it's 10th edition, Lorwyn, Morning Tide, Shadowmoor, Evening Tide, M10, and then Shards block, which
Was
was
M10 before or after Shards? I thought it was after.
No, I think it was before.
I think 10th edition came between Shards and
You mean
Lorwyn.
M10?
No, 10th.
No, M10 was before
Because
Lorwyn.
Baneslayer came out after after
So
Jund was big.
it's like 10th edition, Lorwyn block, then Shards, then M10.
Okay, that's it. And then
And
Zendikar
Shards
stuff.
was Shards, Conflux, and Reborn.
yep.
M10,
Zendikar, Conflux.
and then Zendikar,
And
World Wake, Rise of the
No, I thought it was
Eldrazi.
Zendikar something World Wake.
No,
That's the
Zendikar,
only
World
two.
Wake, then Rise of the Eldrazi.
Oh, that's right. Rise.
And then
I forgot.
Scars.
Nope.
No.
11th.
M11.
M11.
Then Scars.
Or no, wasn't M11 after Scars?
I don't honestly know where.
Maybe
the
it is, maybe it is.
fall,
It's-
but
I
know
think it's
they're
M11.
somewhere- I know generally where they are, but I don't know.
It's M11, Scars, Mirrodin Besieged, New Phyrexia, M12?
No, after New Phyrexia is Innistrad.
Yeah, but isn't M12 first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, M12, Innistrad, Dark
Dark
Ascension,
Ascension and
Avacyn Reborn, or
Yep.
Restored,
Medicine Restored.
M13.
Yep, and then you get the Return to Ravnica.
Yep, Return to Ravnica, Gate Crash.
Yep.
Great
No,
Crash
Gate
and
Crash
Dragon-
is the third, or Dragon's Mace
No,
is the third.
Dragon's
Yeah,
Mace.
and Dragon Maze. Then was there an M14?
Yes.
Or was that
They
Origins?
went up to M15 and then they stopped.
Yeah, that's right. M14,
They went
then
to Origins.
what was after Ravnica? Oh, Dragons.
No, it was the one that I was just talking about, Theros.
Oh yeah, Theros, Born of the
You got all
Gods.
those multicolored spells to play off of
Or not Born
Nykthos.
of the Gods. Theros, Born of the Gods, and then
Whatever that like enchantment heavy set was.
what was it called? This is irritating. I feel like I should know this.
It had like
Something.
Sorry, where are we?
We're at,
Theros,
Nykthos.
Born of the Gods, then
Nyx.
Journey into Nyx.
yeah, Journey into Nyx,
There we go.
and then
So
we
Nyx,
hit
I
M15, 14.
No, 15. We
15.
14.
Which is the last of the M's.
Yep. And then we hit
No,
Dragons.
This is where I get confused because this
It's
is when you get into like
Dragons of Tarkir,
yep
um,
the fetch land.
Fate Reforged,
Forged,
and then
and this is when like
the Cons of Tarkir is the
yeah,
first
you are
one,
correct. And
the
Dragons
last
is the
one.
last one. Then we get
this is,
Origins.
this is when
Then you
this
get
is
Origins.
when Ugin and Siege Rhino were like ruling, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I didn't know
we have
anything about this or
Origins.
Either Reborn or whatever the heck it is.
What was next?
It was the stupid artifact set.
No.
Yes. It was energy.
No. Zendikar Rising was, or Return to Zendikar was before that. Because that was when they first introduced the expeditions.
Yep.
So next would be Return to Zendikar, or whatever it
No,
was
it's
called.
Zendikar Rising.
That was the third one.
Oh,
The
it was?
third time we went back. I'm already over this. This is
I have no idea what
It-
the
it's
sets. Okay,
like-
so there's the
it's-
Zendikar stupid stuff.
it's
and
like
then
Return to
there's
Zendikar and then Gate Crash.
No, Gate
or-
Crash is part of Ravnica.
Gatewatch. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Both the Gatewatch.
Yeah. And it was
Okay,
a
whatever.
2-set
and then
set.
there's some other dumb set in between, and then there's the
Kaladesh and Aether Vault.
yeah, all the dumb
Ixalan.
energy sets.
Yeah. It
Then-
just gets stupid. We've proven ourselves enough.
Yeah.
Alright. Question 18, last question of the cast.
What do you think the longevity of this podcast is?
Oh, I think
Damn.
we're done in like 2 months.
Perpetuity?
2 months.
No way.
I-
Forever,
Yeah, I think this will
I'll
keep
do
going
whatever
for a
I want.
long,
That's what
long,
I'm
long time.
I'll
Right
be
to
real.
that, oh
As
boy.
long as Tony wants to keep hosting and doing all the work to put this stuff
Yeah,
together,
we're gonna
I'll
show
come
up.
here and talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of longevity. I think we're all
Couple
really
years.
into it. Again, a lot of credit to Tony for like the socials and
together.
setting this stuff up. I think the other three of us.
We had to put together everything today, and we were like, I mean, obviously it would have been a little quicker if we would have had the information right.
Yeah,
away.
I think we
But
could
it
have
was
done
like-
it really fast.
Okay, we gotta hook this up, and we gotta change these settings, and we
Hey.
gotta set this up, and
For not knowing until like 20 minutes before having to make the
Yeah, we got
podcast,
there.
I think we did a good job.
yeah.
And I think us three make a really good street team for the podcast.
Run and tell that, homeboy.
Tony can sit at home base while we go
Yeah.
play real Magic.
I feel like anytime I'm around any kind of nerd, even at work, man, there's people I can tell at tables I'm serving, and I'll be like, "Do you play Magic?" And they'll be like, "Yeah," and I'll be like, "You should check out this podcast,
Check out
man."
this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a bunch of workers that follow us because they all play Magic. At tournaments, I feel like I have some magical sticker or something for our podcast because he only gave us each like 25, and I swear I've handed out
Having
like
more.
50, and I just keep ending up with more.
Man, that anime playmat.
All the
Oh, yeah, I'm
ones
not
he's
gonna
having
use it a
made
whole
for
lot.
us. I think he should. It's just wearing a hoodie.
It's like generic anime girl though.
So,
That's like I'm gonna go buy my. There's this booth called Faku or whatever, where they just like take anime girl designs that are popular and then generic size them. However you want to say that, like just make them generic so they can sell whatever goofy.
yeah,
You know the booth I'm talking about. I'm sure.
I've seen, yeah.
It's pictures from them. But that's what that reminds me of. It's just like here's this generic anime girl. All right, Tony.
All right.
Got to commission one of my faves with the hoodie on, and I'll take it.
I'm excited for the zombie one, man. It looks really awesome.
Yeah. Your guys' looks great. It's just hard to turn our logo into anime.
Dude, I love mine with the.
With
The
the
mushrooms.
mushrooms and the
Dude, that's
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, get us out of here with your hot take.
I don't have a hot take, so I. was
Oh,
just
you
gonna
have
talk
to.
about
Come
it.
on.
Yeah, dude. We've had
Aren't you supposed to
105
have- You're supposed
episodes.
to have jokes first.
Not this week because I'm running the podcast.
Yeah, he's got to think. He's got to use his big
I'm
brain
listening to myself talk this entire podcast, and my head hurts. So,
Hang on. What did the mermaid wear to her math class?
oh my god, I don't know.
An algae bra.
Oh my god,
Why do mermaids wear seashells?
This is not magical.
why?
Because they outgrew their bee shells.
Oh my god.
My hot take is that I will beat Tony in Legacy with a standard deck.
I like
If
this
he's
hot
bad at
take.
Magic, it doesn't matter. He's just garbage. Straight up trash.
You heard it, Tony. The gauntlet's
Mushrooms
been
belong on
tossed.
Pizza. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
No, wrong.
Barbecue sauce does not belong on pizza.
I'm indifferent.
Man, these are like 10 hot
I
takes.
like-
What is happening?
I like mayonnaise on my pizza.
He's
Gross,
just
you're done.
non-stop.
We're ending the
What is
stream.
You know who taught me that is Noel. Mayonnaise on
course.
pizza is good.
That's
it.
terrible.
It's Wednesday
Get outta
night,
here.
dude. Or Thursday. No, it's Thursday. We're just talking the truth. Tony sucks. Get out of here.
All right, everybody, thank you for stopping in. I checked. We don't have anyone in the after show calls. So again, if you want to follow us, hop on to Linktree/paperplayer and all of